fellow makeup fiends. So today I am going to do a first thoughts sort of product review and also do a little bit of a comparison. Today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to talk about Gosh BB and CC products. So you will know, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, that I absolutely love the Gosh BB Cream in 02 Sand. Perfect match for my skin colour. This actually sells itself as an all-in-one product. Let me get my glasses. I thought I was prepared. So the Gosh product is foundation, primer and moisturiser in one, and it's an SPF of 15 and you get 30ml. Now I got this in a 3 for 2. Sometimes it's on offer for around £7. It's normally £9.99. It's a really good product. It is foundation, primer, moisturiser, so technically I don't see that as being a BB cream, because the other BB creams that I've used haven't really had that foundation sort of status to them, in the fact that they don't actually provide enough coverage. What I will say about the Gosh BB Cream is it does provide excellent coverage. This is a really good match for my skin, but they don't actually have many colours available. I think there's only about 5, unless they've added any new ones recently. You can always check that out on the Superdrug website, because Gosh exclusively is available at Superdrug. It's available online and in stores, but I will put the link in the information bar below straight to the page where the Gosh products are, so you can check it out. It provides a very good coverage. I would say a very good medium coverage, which is what I'm looking for. When my skin's having a really good day, then I can just wear this on its own, which is not something I can say of most BB creams that I've actually tried. But again, this does sell itself as an all-in-one type product, so really you do expect coverage to be there. Now the typical thing with Blemish Balms really for me is they've been more of a product that I've used to kind of cancel out the redness on my face and cover that sort of red blemish areas and just give you quite a nice canvas to work on. And I've always used a BB cream since they came out underneath a foundation. So instead of using green, I used to use a green tone stick to cancel out red. I've got some on my cheeks, a little bit on my nose. So I would put that on, I would use concealer, and then I would also then, you know, put the foundation on top. But now I just put a BB cream underneath, and I generally don't need to conceal, touch wood. Sometimes I use a little bit of concealer if I've got a really angry sort of spot, but most of the time the BB cream and the foundation work perfectly together and give me really good coverage. This is fantastic stuff, fabulous coverage. They are quite comparable in that this is the Garnier Bb Cream for oily to combination skin, and this is in light. Now the original one that came out did have quite a sort of shiny sort of finish to it, give you that kind of glow to your skin, and it was a little bit darker. So while I did love that, and I've used up what I got of that, well, I've got one to put in a vlog sale because I now just love this, but this has got a thicker consistency, doesn't have that glow, and it just is a beautiful colour. It's much lighter. I think it's much better than the original one. So if you've tried the original one and you weren't too impressed, definitely check this one out. It's really good. I highly recommend it. So I use this a lot and I put foundation on top of it. So these are my two go-to BB creams. So I would say that I would compare these, but I would definitely say that this one had more coverage, but I would expect it to, because this one is a blemish balm, a BB cream, whereas this one has a claim to be foundation as well. So that is the Gosh BB cream. Then I want to move on to 2 new products, so I'm not going to give a full review here. I'm just going to talk about first thoughts. I'm actually wearing them today, and I'm going to talk about the CC cream. So I got mine in porcelain, and the next colour up was okay, but I feel like this was a better sort of match for my skin tone. It is quite pale, but this is the closest I felt to the sand colour. I should have showed you the applicator. This is just a squeezy tube, quite messy because I'm actually using this one. That's my second tube of that. CC cream has this kind of nozzle on it, and it is quite pale, but once I get that on my skin, it just blends in really nicely. It's a really good match for me. So the CC cream, I need to reach for my glasses again. This says it is an illuminating foundation. It's oil free and it's moisturising, and it's got an SPF of 10. You get 30ml. This was on offer for £6.99. I think it's going to be the same price as the BB cream at full price. I can't remember, but that is what the packaging looks like. Nice packaging. I like Gosh packaging anyway. I like that it's primarily black and then they just add little splashes of colour. I always like the packaging for Gosh stuff. I think it's really nice. Yeah, this is nice. I put this on today and then I put the next product on top of it. Now what I will say about this CC cream, however, although the coverage is lovely and I felt like it gave a lovely sort of glow to my skin without it looking shiny, I just felt like my skin all of a sudden took on a real nice glow. That's what I really liked about this product, and I felt like it smoothed in very nicely and it did offer me some coverage, though I would say it was light. I wouldn't say that it was an illuminating foundation. Maybe if you've got really lovely perfect skin and you don't suffer from discoloration or any kind of blemishes, I think this would probably work really well for you and it would give your skin a really beautiful youthful sort of boost and a lovely glow to it. But if you have problems like I do with discoloration and spots, then this would not be enough on its own. What I will say is, in comparison to the Max Factor one, I've got this one in 40 Fair. This one's got an SPF of 10, so it's exactly the same. This one sells itself as a colour correcting cream and it's an instant complexion enhancer. So again, the Gosh products sell themselves more as a foundation, whereas the Max Factor seller is a colour correcting cream. It's just something, it's an enhancer for your skin, just to give it a bit of a glow. Now I find that this one, it has a really nice consistency, it has a nice fresh smell, and this gives a lovely coverage, much better coverage than this one. However, I do feel that it doesn't give the glow that this one gives. So if you are looking for that product that will give your skin a nice moisturising boost and give you a nice sort of very lovely glow, a luminescence, then this is what you should go for. If you're looking for something with a bit more coverage that you can put on a day when your skin's not too bad and you won't have to put anything else on, then this is the one. I wear this a lot with nothing else on with it, just because the coverage of this is just really impressive. I really love this, and it just feels like you've got nothing on your skin. They're both very light products. How I feel that this one is probably lighter. It kind of glides and just seems to just, I don't know, disappear. It's like you've put a fresh layer of skin on and you don't feel it. This, it's a little bit of a thicker consistency to it. So I'll tell you more about this one as I use it, but I definitely was impressed first off because I just felt like it did offer me some, it sort of helped with the redness and it kind of cancelled it out quite nicely. Not completely, but I definitely wouldn't say that this is a foundation for me, just because of my skin problems. So the last product I'm going to show you, which is also new, is the Gosh BB powder. This was £8.99. I don't know if that's on offer, and this again says it's an all-in-one. This one's in 02 Sand, which is the same colour as my BB cream, and this says natural, mattifying and moisturising. So this is a proper BB powder. Now what I will say I don't like about this before we get started is that the cover on it is a sticker. Don't like that. I think that these are lovely products that are printed onto the packaging and they look great. I'm not such a fan of stickers on products. I think that they get very grubby and I just think that it doesn't look quite so good. I don't know. That's just me. I just think that that would have looked a lot nicer if it was printed onto the packaging. But that's nothing really, that's just packaging. This is a nice standard compact size. And it is 6.5 grams or 0.2 ounces. And yeah, this is it. Now I'm going to open it up. There is your typical mirror in the lid, which is great, and that is the powder, and it comes with this powder puff. As you can see, I've used it. Now this is a really, really lovely colour. I absolutely love this. I feel like sometimes you get powders and they do have quite a lot of peachy pinky like undertones to them, which are lovely. I like a peachy tone, but I feel like this is just more natural. This kind of goes very close to the colour of the BB cream, so it takes it down that natural sort of skin route rather than it going for the peach or the, you know, the peach or the pink sort of undertone to it. Really nice powder. That's what it looks like. It just totally disappears in the skin. And it does give sort of a matte sort of finish to it. It seems to have a little bit of coverage to it as well, which I would hope for in a BB powder, because I've got the BB powder that I got off the internet that I've shown you before, which is Pond's, and that does offer some coverage. So for a BB powder I wanted it to have some coverage to it. It does mattify the skin. I felt like it felt really nice on the skin. I didn't feel like I had anything on. It felt very light and velvety and smooth. I felt, however, that it was also better than the Nearly Naked, and that the Nearly Naked just seems to dissolve away. It's a very soft powder. I feel like, although this is very soft, I feel like this is probably going to last a bit longer, because it doesn't feel like when I'm rubbing with the powder puff that it's kind of melting away, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel quite as soft as the natural, the Nearly Naked powder. But it's really, really nice. I have it on. I put it on over the CC cream, and I feel like the two of them together gave me really good coverage. A little bit of redness that was shown through a little bit, but I've got blusher on as well now. But it wasn't too bad. It was quite light. I just put another layer of powder over the top of that, and I feel like it's given me quite a nice matte finish, and it feels nice. Feels quite soft and velvety. So we'll just see how that goes through the day, and I will review these products when I review the other ones, which are the ones that I did for, I did like the high street haul, and then I'm going to do like a review in 2 weeks of all those products. Once I've used them, I'm going to put these products in with those so that you can see how these are performing as well. What I will do is I'll offer a comparison to this one too, just from first thoughts. I have this powder from Benefit called Get Even. This one's in 01, so you can see big hole in there. This is a powder that has considerable coverage to it. This evens out your skin tone, so in order for powder to even out your skin tone, it does have to offer some coverage and be a little heavier than a standard powder. So I feel like this powder, whenever I have a little bit of redness still showing through when I've done my makeup, if I get my Get Even out and put that on, that covers that discoloration, and it's really, really good powder. Now this retails for around £23 I believe, because I have tried to get it again, or I went to look and see how much it was, because basically I got this in a swap. Somebody got this and didn't, it was a gift, they didn't want it, so I swapped something for it, and it's one of the best swaps I've ever done because I love this powder, it's amazing. But it's £23, so right now that's not something I'm going to consider repurchasing. There are other things I'd rather spend £23 on, so I thought I'd get this and see whether this could be something similar. Now on first thoughts, it is incredibly similar because this did have as good a coverage as this powder, so I'm definitely going to compare these as the next 2 weeks go on, and get back to you and let you know how I'm feeling. But I think that £8.99 as opposed to £23 is a fabulous saving, and if this can do what this does and do just as good a job, then I definitely think that I would be converted to this. As lovely as the Benefit one is, it's quite pricey. That's it, that's my review today of the Gosh BB and CC products. Hope you've enjoyed this sort of first thoughts review and comparison, and I will fill you in the next 2 weeks with how I'm getting on with these products and let you know what I think. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to love you all and leave you and see you all soon. Bye!